So my second film is called Raquel 1-1.
Yeah.
And
Oh, there we go.
that is like a Bible verse, Raquel 1-1, as if it were a chapter in the Bible. and that's relevant. It's the story of a teenage girl who moves with her father to a suburb of Sao Paulo, Brazil. There's a lot of jungle scene, but they're also close to the favela where they live. And she's had some fairly distressing trauma that you learn about. And early on in the film, she has sort of either a psychotic break or a real spiritual epiphany, depending on your point of view. And she feels like she's been given a mission from God. And she's a fervent pious member of her church. And her peer group are girls who study the Bible, talk about it a lot. They go to, service all the time. And during one particular event, it begins to grate on her, and relevant to the trauma she'd had, it begins to grate on her the Bible scriptures she reads that tend to indicate that women should be submissive. And so you start getting into, discussions of misogyny in the scripture, and she takes a group of girls into the jungle to rewrite the King James Bible in such a way as to be less misogynistic, which is where Raquel 1-1 comes from. Now, this is a bold move for the director, because who is a woman, because the culture of South America is still pretty patriarchal. It's machismo. I'm not sure how well this is going to play. I mean, there's certainly going to be an audience for it, but it's going to play better, in other parts of the world, I think. But the film is in Portuguese with subtitles, but it's a pretty bold and pretty amazing accomplishment. So the feeling of the film goes from something like maybe The Exorcist to crosses into presenting her as sort of a Joan of Arc kind of character. And she does in fact have, physical manifestations, like she feels like she has something like stigmata on her body that's pushing her to do these things she's doing. Whereas the community sees her more in terms of the heretic, or, like I said, like a Joan of Arc type character. Pretty amazing film that they got all these themes in, and that she can talk about the things that she saw that were wrong, and the violence that had happened in her life. And so I was very impressed with the film, and I think it'll play well in certain parts of the world, and then where it's from, I don't think it'll play well at all.